Hello and good evening, everyone. This is Cody, your dear love engineer, and welcome back one more episode of Python Zero. Today I will cover one very special topic which everyone always needs all the time. I will be talking about operating systems. Yay! Or whatever. Most people will wonder, what the heck are you talking about? Now, the first thing I will talk about how to search files, so I will do path handlings. Okay. The second topic which I have in mind for now is directories. Okay. So how to create them, how to delete them, and so forth. And oh, this is a very... I always draw such sexy twos. I don't know. This is... I'm not very gifted at two, maybe, so I should instead always do three directly and skip the two in the future. Now, the last topic will be files, okay? So we will start off here with how to search stuff and assemble paths and then go forward. And if you want one of these topics right now, then I recommend you to skip the part in the video which you don't want to see. Here we go. We open our interactive Python console once more. I really love this one. It's just very comfortable interactively working here with the environment. We also should start maybe with importing the OS module. Okay. Now, if you have a file path, you usually have something like I don't know. Yeah, let's start something like this, and then users. This should already work. So I'm on Windows, so I have to use CW slash, and this is one of the important steps. If you write a file path, on Windows they usually use backslashes when you check the Explorer, Windows Explorer, but one will not work because, as we remember, backslash is a special in programming. For example, \n is line break and stuff like this. So you have to do it twice if you write backslashes. Windows can handle just also slashes instead of backslashes for file paths, and I use them all the time. What is really annoying though is when you assemble file paths, always handling these, like if you have a directory 1, which is very simple here, CW slash, and you have a second directory which someone did save as users in this way, and you always have to be careful when you join them that you get the slashes and backslashes right, and therefore they got this method here, okay, and simply always use it because it kind of gets rid of these really strange artifacts here. So you don't have to worry actually that it is joined properly. I'm not sure whether this should work. Yeah, see, I got a slash here and a two backslash, two backslashes. This is one if you would write it to a file. But yeah, so this file path is quite fine. If you ever, like I said, join with this function, and if you have more, you can always do, by the way, just append a second one here in the arguments, and it should work. Why is it not working? I don't know. Let's do, my username is Cody. Here you see. It's working. It's really strange that it cannot handle twice the same. So, the next function is kind of for checking. Okay, so it's called isdir, which checks. Oh, the German language is difficult. Oh, I'm talking in English. Okay, I will skip this one. You can check literally here if it's something you're pointing to here is a directory or whether it is not a directory. And by the way, if you give something in it which does not exist, like what do we choose? Killer. I don't know, killer. and then it just simply says false. So it does not check whether it exists. Or let's say if it doesn't exist, it also says false. Okay, so there is no error if this is made up of your mind. And just see here, there is a second function if you really want to test, and you can see the killer doesn't exist in my file system. Of course, this killer is sitting in front of the file system currently. No, just kidding. So this is for path lookups. I think there are two more quite useful functions which I want to show you here. The first one is if you have a file or you want to have the base name just of a file path, for example, I don't know. I think it doesn't have to exist here, like this, okay? And it gets you out the file name here, which is very, very handy. So OS base name is quite comfortable. And also I like dir name because it may happen that you want to have the parent of whatever you're having here, and this is kind of like getting the parent. Very, very easy. And these functions, I like them a lot because you don't have to worry about like joining the stuff right all the time, or here you can, from every path you have, you can get the base name or the dir name. It's just very, very simple. Use them and try them. Yeah, let's get more deep into it. So I will go now to directories. Okay, so this will be the directory part. Let me just reset. The first thing you usually want to know is where am I? Of course, I am at home. I don't know where you are currently, but we want to test where we are on the file system. So here you can see we are actually in the Python 0 yay folder. Yeah, I hope I'm just very, very thrilled this evening. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's weekend. This is kind of like where we started the Python console here. So let's just create a directory here. Let's call it killer. Yeah, come on, we go with the killer. We stick to the killer. We're a killer all through. If you want to change the directory like in the file system when you're in the console, you can simply do os change dir. Okay, and we should now get a different current working directory. If you ever wonder what get cvd does, get current working directory, would be a little bit too long if you would write it out. Really annoying then. So we are in the killer folder, and I think this should work. No, it doesn't work. No. No. What did I do? I mean here. So we should be one up again. Okay, very fine. So you already know here how to create a folder, and the command is called mkdir, and which is like make dir, very difficult. Simply look it up in the internet if you cannot remember it. I look it up almost all the time when I forget it. It just creates this one folder. Okay, so if we wanna, like, if you have a path like this, so we have a second killer beneath the first killer, and there is a victim folder inside where we put in all the victims for our killer too. Simply mkdir, it should fail. Yeah, it does not. It does fail because it tries to create only this one here, but this also doesn't exist, and therefore they have a function which kind of like creates everything on the way which is missing, which is called os make dirs. No, kidding, make dirs. And yeah, you can see we kind of opened the killer to a victim folder now and unlocked it. We will need it in a second because we will run through the file system. I will show you this one, which is maybe one of the most awesome features here, because it's really annoying doing by hand. We can also delete folders, or let's just create a third killer. And of course, the same way, like you can create them, you can kill them again with rmdir remove dir. Oh, very difficult name again. Yeah, just throws it away, and it's already gone from the file system. Maybe I should open the file system. There it is. So we are here once more. We create the third killer here, and yeah, now we kill him, and here he's gone on the left side. Is this zoomable? I am not sure. Windows is really strange. I usually prefer Linux, but unfortunately I have to perform many tasks on Windows for certain reasons, which I myself don't understand. Remember that we have here the folder here. It must be empty. So let me just create in here just a text file. I don't know, some text document. Let's call him the victim.txt. So if you want to delete it, you see we get an error and it says it's not empty. And we can fix this. So how can we now delete it? There's a second package, sh-util. You cannot remember. It's really difficult writing and talking all the time at the same. I'm just not very gifted in this. I try my best, but I'm usually much better when I'm not talking all the time. Here we go. sh shell utilities. I think it is the abbreviation for that. So when you wanna delete, like, kill everything beneath, underneath whatever I'm giving you, simply call rm3, and let's go up again, and it should just delete the killer 3, and here it is gone. So you have to use the second module if you wanna delete non-empty folders. Very important, non-empty folders. Use the second module. Okay, very simple. It's great. It's true. I will maybe do these days a Donald Trump video episode and tell you that of course America's the greatest here. Just kidding. I always like to fool around. It makes working much more fun. There is this module here has also two very handy functions, which are copy and move, and I think I don't have to show them too much. So let's create a killer3.txt, and let's just copy this file. So first you put in the source. So oh no, he's not a killer, he's a killer. And let's copy it to killer4.txt. And here we go. It just copied this one here. There's also the move. I think I don't have to show you. So this is about folders, directories. Okay. So now we will do files, and files will be quite short. Okay, because I've already shown you how to read files. You should use this with statement. You throw in the file here, the file name, and what you want to do. Like let's say we read. We would just want to read here, and yeah, we can. Oh, this is I did a mistake. I was too fast again. We of course have to give it a name, and here we go. Now we can just simply read this into a string buffer, whatever is inside, and it should be empty. Let's just see. Yeah, it is an empty string, and we of course can input in this. Here we go. Killer4. Okay. So we will remember killer3 says he wants to kill killer4, and we want to check this, whether he saved it, and I'm sure the NSA already knows what I'm doing on my computer, and as you can see here, we get the message out of the the file. Very, very simple. Yeah, I must be really careful with videos about killers and victims here. If I'm tomorrow in jail, you already know that why the reason, what the reason was actually. So here we go. I think yeah, the writing is the same. Let's just come on. We are going nuts here. We create another one. You have to change this one for write, and then just do a write statement. So he says kill killer 4. He doesn't like killer 4 and 3. Okay, bam bam, in it. And if we show, oh man, it's always opening on the wrong desktop. And you can see the messages in the file, and the file popped up. So this is already like file handling. You can also remove them again with the OS module. Simply do os.remove and let's kill killer 4. Yeah, and here he's gone. He was shot. Maybe by those two. They're pretty mean today. We must be very, very careful. So I deleted the files just here. The last feature I want to show you. This is like, it's worth watching the whole video just to see this one single feature I want to show you. Let's just dump in some data here. So we have a victim list, and I don't know, we have a weapon list. Everyone needs a weapon list. Not that I have one. Okay, and here's a victim folder. Okay, I think this is enough data. Now what we want to do is, we are currently in this directory, and we want to go through all directories underneath, kind of like a crawler. And this is what I will show you now. I really like it because it's very useful for edit. If you have like 1,000 pictures underneath your whatever file structure and you want to search and copy them, this is something like you can use directly. Or for cleaning up your file system, usually I have a lot of log files from my simulations, and I simply can go through it and automatically delete them all. Very, very, very handy. The command which you need to use is os.walk, and it works in such a way that you do a for loop, and the first one is the current year which we are in. The second one is the years which we have in ourselves, and then come the files, and then comes the command which we're doing. So we will do an os walk, and we will simply do it from the position where we are. Let's just do os.getCVD. I hope I'm not missing anything. And we can just say, okay, I'm here. Oh yeah, I will use, please forgive me, I really like formatting. I will use formatting here, formatting of strings. If you don't know it, look it up. It's quite useful. You just put in like a %s here. You want to place a string here, and then comes the formatting sign %, and then you do in what shall be copied in here, and it's this entry. So we want to show where we are, and we want to print what subyears we have. Let's just say, yeah, we have to put a string here, subyears. Oh, this is hopefully also correct. Yeah, I think so. And at last, of course, I want to tell you, yeah, really nice space here. Yay, formatting war here. But I like formatting. I'm very clean when I'm programming usually. Some people go nuts when they see my code, but you don't need a lot of reading. So what it does is now it goes through all directories underneath this one, which is the current working directory. And you can see, okay, we are in the Python 0 folder in the beginning, so we go downwards. and there you see we have two subfolders, killer and killer2, and we have no files. And then we go into killer and we find a victim list and a weapon list, and then we go into killer2 because there's nothing underneath this one, and we find one subdir but no files, and go in the victim folder here, and there is nothing in. So this is like you can walk the whole file system that way. Very, very comfortable. You can then do os.remove and whatever comes into your mind for file manipulation. I hope you find it useful here. If you have any more requests or questions, simply don't ask them now because I will never hear you here, but you can write it into the comment section. Have a nice day.